Hey, it's Eric Hammer here, the man in the hat. Here you go. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that I know a lot of people who want to get into affiliate marketing have a problem with. A lot of people say they're shy, they don't want to get on camera, they're nervous, whatever it is. You feel like you can't possibly do this. And so I want to tell you something, tell you a bit of a story. Um, when I was in high school, I was 16 years old. I graduated early and I won valedictorian. And I was petrified to speak in front of an audience. And I didn't go to a big high school. I didn't have to speak in front of 1,000 people in a giant auditorium. I'm talking about, when I had to give my valedictorian speech, I spoke to maybe 100 people, if that much. I really don't remember exactly how many people were in the room. It was a very small group of people. And I was absolutely petrified. I mean, I stood up there and tried to give a speech and managed to squeak out a couple of words and then ran off the stage. And I went from that to being able to actually speak in front of crowds of hundreds of people or even thousands of people and being able to speak on camera like you see me doing today without any real problems at all. And what I want to do today is share with you my secrets, how I managed to accomplish that. Now, I know some of you are going to say, oh, but I'm not comfortable with my English. It doesn't really matter. Okay. I'm going to show you everything you need to know right after this. Okay, so as I said, I was petrified to speak in front of people. I hated doing it. I was terrible at it. And these days, I don't really have a problem doing it. I'm happy to get up and give a speech in front of a crowd. As a matter of fact, I'm one of those people who, when I give a speech, I do not write down a speech. I know some people like to have a teleprompter and they'll sit there with, the exact words written out for them. And for me, what I like to do is I will, when I'm giving a speech, a live speech, not recording a video, I just speak. I don't bother. Obviously you can see on my screen here, I do have a few notes written down that I want to talk about, but when I give a live speech, all I do is I have a couple of notes, something like this. And basically what I will do is I will just, use that to speak from. And typically it works out pretty well. So, but that's taken years of practice. So for those who are brand new, who are shy about getting up and speaking in front of on video, so I want to share with you a few things that I hope will help you to kind of feel like it's going to get better. So first of all, the single best thing you can possibly do for yourself is to practice. Okay, speak to a mirror. Write down your script, whatever it is you want to say, and read it in front of a mirror. All right. If you read it out loud to yourself, you can hear yourself and kind of like remember, okay, this is where I made a mistake. This is where I made a mistake. This is what I need to change, whatever it is. You can also ask friends or family to listen to you live. It's a lot easier to speak to friends or family and ask them to please not speak back to you until you're done with speaking, because you want to make sure that you're getting the same experience as if you were speaking live on a video. Okay. Now, if you're not comfortable speaking English, I know that's a big issue for a lot of people. A lot of people, English is not their first language. I'm blessed that it is my first language. There's an old joke that somebody who is trilingual speaks three languages, somebody who is bilingual speaks two languages, somebody speaks one language is an American. I do happen to speak fluent Hebrew. I also speak a few other languages, not as well, but obviously English is my primary language. But I want to tell you, if you're not comfortable speaking in English, 80% of the world, English is not their primary language. Okay. And frankly, you know what? If you speak Spanish or Arabic or even French or German, whatever it is, okay, there is a huge, huge market in your native language. Okay. And I'm not serving them. Anybody who speaks English is not serving that market. So, even if you're an affiliate for a product that isn't English, people who speak your native language are really, really going to appreciate hearing a review in their own native language, and you're going to get that sale, and I'm not. simply because of the fact that you took the time to record a video in your own language. It's something that is going to be easier for you because you speak that language anyway. Okay. The other thing is, of course, practice your English. Find English speakers to talk to. Ask them, hey, can I speak to you in English? Okay, there's always English speakers in every single country on the world, on the planet. If you really want to improve your English, ask English speakers, can I please speak to you in English? That's it. That's all you really got to do. Okay, now, the third thing I want to talk to you about is meditation. Okay, it really helps me a lot. When I'm feeling stressed or nervous, I sit down and I meditate. And there's a great meditation from, I'm blanking on his name. It's from this guy who created like MindSpring. You can look it up on YouTube. MindSpring meditation. He's from Malaysia, and he's got this really good meditation that I really love, and it really does help you a lot to calm yourself down and conquer your fears. It does take time. It's not. I'm not going to lie to you and say that you're going to meditate once and then instantly be a world class speaker. It does take time, but it does get better. Okay. And finally, I want to tell you, remember that at first you're not going to have a huge audience. Okay. So don't feel like, oh my God, I'm going to be speaking to thousands of people. I'm going to be so embarrassed. You're not. Right. Even at this time, I have over 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm not exactly speaking to thousands of people right now. I assume at some point in time, as my business continues to grow, that a lot of my followers will go and look back on this video and start looking at it, and it'll be like, something that I recorded a year earlier. They'll be like, oh wow, that was what he was like a year ago, and I'm sure I'm going to get better than I am right now. And I'm better now than I was 3 or 4 months ago when I first started recording videos here on YouTube. So it does get better. But remember, at first, you're not going to have much of a noise anyway, so don't really sweat it. You're not going to have 2,000 people looking at your video and people laughing at you. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody cares. Okay? And frankly, people prefer to see a real person speaking. They're not interested in seeing some, automaton speak. They don't want to hear a mechanical voice. They want to hear you speak. They want to hear it from an honest person, from an actual human being. And that's really what it's all about. If you can be honest and genuine, then you're going to be able to do okay in this business.